Hell, yes. Oh wait, no, I have to do an intro. Hello, darlings, and welcome to Performance Perspective, where we look at different performances and then we share our perspective. Now, as you can tell, I'm making videos now. I should be in London. If you saw my last video, I talk about how I missed my last flight, and I talk about the drag show I saw in LA. Now, the other thing I saw in LA is opera, my first opera. If you want to see like an opera and you're like, I need a sign, this is it. Like, go check it out. Like, why not? So my aunt, she's very impressive. Love her. She's like, yeah, she's so casual about it. Like, what the heck? She's like, yeah, I'm playing in an opera. Want to see it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I show up. I sit. I knew the seat was nice because every time I showed my ticket to someone, they would go, oh, you're here. So where I sat was called the Founders Circle. So here I am watching my first opera with people that are, I guess, established in some way. But I appreciated that because the person I sat next to, you know, right away was like, this is a newbie. I'm like, yes, I am. And, oh wait, I didn't even tell you what show I saw. You probably saw it in the title. I went and saw TOSCA. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness for the guy sitting next to me because he kept giving me like the history of it and like when it was written, and he was just giving me a lot of like the rich history of this opera. And even when talking to my aunt afterwards, she said this is actually known as the perfect opera. Now, this isn't me coming in saying, well, the acting in this or whatever. I don't know much about opera. I don't. So for me, it was just about going in and just enjoying it. Just enjoy it and, you know, be like, hit the high notes, woohoo, go for the arias, you know what I mean? So the storyline, oh my gosh, are you the kind of person that like yells at the TV when you're like, don't go in there and stuff? That's me now. And during this opera, I found myself going, ooh, 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 because of the storyline. And I think the reason why people love, and if you love opera, please put it down in the comments. Like, what is it about operas that you enjoy? What I learned was the simplicity of the storyline that would happen, but then the music is just gorgeous that's happening. Now, in my head, because duh, I was like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna be watching this opera and have no idea what's happening because it's, you know, in Italian or it's usually in a different language. And then I'm sitting there and they have subtitles happening. I know, people are probably gonna be like, hello, care, like, how did you not know that? So you are able to follow the story, and I didn't find it exhausting at all. And sometimes I found myself not even reading the subtitles, but yet I knew what was going on in the story just based on watching it and stuff. It was really cool. There are 3 acts, just a heads up. So after the second act, so in musicals, usually it's like the opening, intermission, you take a break, and then the second act, curtain call, the end. But in this opera, it was like Act 1 ended, intermission. Act 2 ended, and I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, that's it? And I was like, I guess operas, they don't do like a curtain call or anything. The guy's like, no, there's another act, don't worry. And I was like, oh good, because you guys are leaving me on a cliffhanger. Like, that's it? Like, does this guy like live? He's in prison, the artist? Like, what's going on? So yeah, I mean, that's only the snippet of the story I will share. Just beautiful, like it really was. And I think this has sparked a little thing inside of me where I do want to go see more operas. And is it long? Yes, but it's not like I'm seeing an opera every day. So if I see one like once a month or ever so often, I know myself and I would enjoy that. I mean, look at us guys going from drag shows to operas. Like, we love a good cultured queen. But yeah, so I guess, like, is there anything? Oh, the sets. Why didn't I talk about the sets? Oh my gosh. Okay, can I talk about some? I don't think it spoils it because it is just stunning how this happens. So, the opening of each act is you get to see a new set. So, the first one I believe is a church, the next one is sort of like not a museum, it's just holding different statues, and then the third one is the prison. And when the acts begin, there is a like sheath or like some sort of like, it's not the curtain, but some sort of like thing in front of it, and then there's a blood stain. And the guy next to me, he goes, you notice that each time the act opens, the blood stain is moving. And I don't know what that's supposed to represent. I wish I talked to him more to be like, what does that mean? But it was starting, and he was like, notice this. So they go in front of this sheath, and then something happens, and it unhooks and it cascades down, and it's just like, I'm like sitting there being like, I love a good reveal. And oh, the drama, give me a fan. I was like, oh. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed meeting the people, and the place I went, like they were already like Christmas driven like everywhere, and I love a good chandelier. So yeah, I think that's as much as I want to say about that. Let me know, do you enjoy operas, or are you kind of like, you know what, I want to go see one. I want to dress up and, you know, see the drama and just like enjoy it. Yeah. Anyways, darlings, that is it for today's episode. The next time you see me, I should hopefully be in London. We're probably going to be talking about Idina Menzel because a documentary is coming out on Disney Plus, and I'm excited to watch that. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and yeah, without further ado, take care, darling.